Court Captive by J.S. Read by J.S. Felix's Path, Chapter 1. A Major Hassle. Felix. It's twilight. Stars begin to show in the eastern sky, and a half-moon slowly crests the horizon. The early spring breeze is cold, but it lacks the bite of winter, a small relief. I sit alone with a wine bottle on the lower palace rooftop overlooking the gardens, 15 feet above the path below. My mind wanders aimlessly as I watch the sky fade from blue to black. I'm half drunk already. My fingers play absently with the bottle. I lean back and stretch myself against the rooftop as I squint narrowly over the darkening gardens. Should I kill him? I take a long drink and bring the bottle back to rest beside me. It wouldn't be hard, neither physically nor emotionally. Actually, it would be a release to finally be rid of my uncle. What am I holding back for? I hate that man with all of my soul. He took everything from me, everyone who ever loved me, and now he spits and pisses on their memories to my face. Is the king a fool? I command his armies. How long does he think he can antagonize me and get away with it? I could take everything from him, too. All his military might, his country, his dignity, his very life. I could take it all like that. Perhaps I will. Ragnar usually goes to the balcony to smoke this time of night. If I sneak around that way along the palace rooftop, it won't be hard to meet him there. I won't have to fight my own guards to do it either. It'll be quick and quiet, and I'll disappear easily into the shadows, slipping along the darkened ledges to my chambers. No one would ever be the wiser. In this moment of lucid madness, the wine bottle slips from my fingers. I watch it slide down the roof without reaction, and hear it smash to the ground below. A woman screams. Panic. I jump up and rush to the edge of the rooftop, my vision swimming just a little. I leap without consideration for my own safety, and land in a squat before her. She shrieks again, wide-eyed at my sudden arrival, and it occurs to me then, in this half-inebriated state, that I might have scared her, jumping from the roof like some flashy, unhinged swashbuckler. Next, she'll think I'll pull my sword out and demand all her money. Before I can form a proper apology, she's off, feet spinning in terror, skirts flapping behind her. She runs to the servant's door and disappears, slamming it soundly behind her. I'm left alone amidst the shattered remnants of the bottle, watching the dark wine disappear between the cracks in the stone. I feel a little bad, and a little amused. I'd like to apologize to her, but what can I do? Suddenly, my head hurts. Maybe I won't kill Ragnar tonight after all. Too much of a pain. Tonight, I'll go to bed and try to sleep. A few days pass. It's not my imagination. My uncle's abuse has only gotten more excessive. Now he dares to scream at me, to humiliate me in front of my own men. I am in a furious temper, and now even sober the temptation to kill him is greater than ever. I return to my room, my sanctuary, intent on a drink and a few minutes to myself before heading back out to resume drilling the troops. But as soon as I enter, I notice something amiss. What is this? A maid cleaning the carpets? My temper gets away from me before I know what's happening. I thought I told that damned housekeeper to clean the carpets next week when I was away. Now I have to put up with the damp smell and the soggy socks in the one place where I should have been able to feel at home. Get out! I shout at the figure huddled near to the ground. Go! She rises, eyes wide with fear, and flees the scene in a frantic scurry that strikes me familiar. Wait, that can't be the same maid I frightened the other day. It was her eyes that gave her away, all pale and framed with dark lashes, wide as saucers in her terror of me. I slap my forehead in disbelief. That poor girl must think I'm a monster. I feel doubly bad now. After 2 encounters like that, she'll take care to stay out of my way. A shame, I think, recalling her eyes. She was cute, and oddly familiar. A few hours later, near to sunset, I walk the gardens. My thoughts are muddy. I think of the troops, and I think of my warmongering uncle, who's bent on completing the conquest of Tirara he began and failed over 10 years ago. and I think of that girl I frightened. Her face stays in my mind for some reason. Why do I feel I should know her from somewhere? I plod onward, going nowhere in particular, lost in my thoughts. I take a flask of whiskey from my jacket pocket and have a few swallows. I know I'm drinking too much recently, but it seems to be the only escape left to me. I replace the cap and return it to my pocket, just as my left foot strays into an unforeseen hole. I fall like a rock. Usually I am a quick and dexterous person, so this is an experience as unfamiliar to me as it is humiliating. My ankle twisted savagely, and now it throbs and burns like fire. I can almost feel the joint swelling under my hands as I grab it, furious and cursing. A female gardener notices my plight and comes running up to help me. "Damn it! Who told you to dig a hole here?" "Who told you to stray off the path? Obviously I'm planting flowers here." I'm startled by the rebuke. It is few, if any, who dare to speak to me in such a manner. I look up at her, ready to spit fire, and stop dead. It's her. Again, it's her. Our eyes meet, and she flushes deeply. Then she looks away, her expression fed up or surrendered, as though she's saying, "You again?" Suddenly I'm laughing. I'm embarrassed, but I can't help myself. "I should have known it'd be you." "That's my line," she mumbles, and kneels beside me. "Are you hurt?" "Hopefully just a sprain." She touches my ankle gingerly. "Can you walk?" "With help," I wink at her, a motion that comes very naturally to me when in close proximity to pretty ladies. Usually this small bit of attention sends them into nervous giggles, but this girl just heaves a tired sigh. "Come on, then." We walk a little ways, me leaning heavily on her small frame. I feel a bit emasculated, but grateful for her help. "I keep showing you the very worst of me," I muse as she struggles under my weight. "That night with the bottle, and earlier with the carpets. Don't worry about it. You wore a maid's uniform before, but now you're working in the gardens." "I'm floating help. I go where they need me." "I see. And do you have a name, Miss Floating Help?" "Floating help will do," she replies flatly. She's awfully cold. Few women are to me, so this is a new experience. Why do I feel you dislike me? "It's not that I dislike you, just that I didn't want to get involved with you." "Because of my reputation?" "No." "But you do know who I am?" She nods, keeping her gaze fixed on our goal in the distance, the servant's door. "Duke Felix." "My rank, then. It intimidates you." "Nothing like that." "Then why wouldn't you want to be involved with me? I'm great fun to be around, usually." "Because I just thought it would be a major hassle." I stop short, throw my head back, and give a great resounding laugh that echoes through the garden. Now that's one I haven't heard before. I stop to wipe a tear of self-deprecating mirth from my eye. "Well," I smile down on her, "you're not wrong, Miss Floating Help." We've reached the door and she holds it open while continuing to support me. I enter awkwardly, and we begin our trek down the hall to the clinic. You intrigue me, I confess. No woman has ever gone to lengths to avoid me. I feel a bit disappointed. Don't take it personally. It's only that our worlds never should have collided in the first place. I said I was disappointed, and I meant it. This pale-eyed girl has captivated my imagination more completely than anyone else ever could. But while I'll be the first to admit I'm a philanderer, I'm also a gentleman. I won't pursue her if she does not wish to have a relationship with me. We reach the clinic, and I bid her a suave farewell. She nods, cringing just a little, then walks away, shaking her head. I look after her with a strangely lonesome feeling, like a dog who's just been abandoned by his owner. Dr. Redwood tests my ankle and determines it's a major sprain. He wraps me carefully in a splint and gives me crutches. He sends a nurse to help me get situated in my room and to ensure I keep the injury elevated. Not a cute young nurse either, but a crusty old, no-nonsense type. Now this is a major hassle. "How long will it be like this?" "Doctor can't say for sure yet. For now, stay off it at least a week." "A week? You want to make it worse?" She glares at me. Then she activates an ice pack with a short incantation and places the chilly lump over my hot, swollen ankle. "You must ice it just like this for 20 minutes every few hours to keep the swelling down." "Like hell I'm going to mess with that all night. Stay here and do it for me." We are short of hands in the infirmary as it is. I can't sit here and babysit all night. Well, that's not my problem, is it? I snap at her. And couldn't that damn doctor give me anything for the pain? It hurts like hell. Her face speaks volumes of disgust with me, but the old woman says nothing. She simply straightens and exits the room with the promise of seeing what she can arrange. Meanwhile, I'm left to shuffle around with a stack of pillows and perform a balancing act on my ankle with the magic-fueled cold pack. God damn, this is aggravating, and there's not a drop of alcohol in sight. She could have at least asked me if there was anything I needed before stomping out of the room. I'm going to need a lot of alcohol, I think, sinking wearily back into my pillows, if I'm to get my mind off of the scolding I've got coming from my uncle after this. A dull hour passes. I'm half asleep in my fully lit room when I hear the door opening. Dr. Redwood arrives with a small figure hidden behind him. "How are you settling in, my lord?" he asks as he approaches the bed. "Like hell." "Nurse mentioned you were in a bit of pain." "What do you think? My words choke off and turn to silence at the sight of the figure behind him, cringing a little at yet another demonstration of my temper. But I'm so surprised, indeed, so happy to see her. All my foul mood from before has flown from me in an instant. Miss Floating Help? Our eyes meet, and she sort of shrugs her shoulders in resignation. "I understand Amory here helped you to the infirmary." "Amory, is it?" I smirk at her, gloating a little. "We're too short-staffed to provide you with a trained nurse, but the care you require is nothing too specialized. What I've seen of Miss Lee, she is steady with a good head on her shoulders. I'm assigning her to be your caregiver for the next 48 hours. Amory, come." He beckons her distractedly. "Yes, doctor." She approaches stiffly and listens as he describes her various duties. "You'll ice it throughout the night, and prepare this medicine every 12 hours. It is important the patient rests and walks as little as necessary, so expect to run a lot of errands." Turning to me, he asks, "Is there a place she can sleep while she stays with you?" "The door there. The valet quarters are unoccupied," I indicate across the room. "Besides a bed, it has a small stove for cooking and a private toilet." "Perfect," says Redwood, and he turns to Amory to place something in her hands. "Then I shall leave you with this alarm clock. The ring shouldn't be loud enough to disturb his lordship, but it will help you keep track of the patient's schedule." "Thank you, doctor." "Any further questions?" "No, doctor." "I'll be in some time tomorrow to look in on him, but send for me if there are any complications in the meantime." "Yes, doctor." Redwood smiles at her in a way I don't like. He's interested, I think, experiencing an odd twinge of jealousy. I clear my throat loudly. "I'm feeling a bit thirsty. Fetch me a drink, Amory, would you?" She looks to the water at my bedside, and I shake my head. "From the cabinet." "Just a moment." Redwood puts a hand on her arm. "I'm putting a strict ban on alcohol for the next few weeks." "What? Why?" "Alcohol impedes the healing process. And besides that, I think you smelled quite strongly of drink when you came to the clinic. One might conclude it was even the cause of your little accident." "Nonsense! I was perfectly sober. I fell in that hole because somebody was planting petunias too near the pathway." "But there was—" Amory speaks up suddenly, and at once all my attention is arrested by her. "That accident the other day with the wine bottle. Wait, this girl, is she about to rat me out? I'd taken her for such a meek and timid thing, but now I see a spark as her eyes briefly meet mine." "What accident?" asks the doctor. She feigns a distracted look. "Oh, I was thinking of something that happened to me recently. Someone was drinking on the roof near where I was walking, and accidentally dropped a wine bottle. It shattered at my feet. If it had happened a second later, I could have been killed." "Good God!" Redwood exclaims, rightfully concerned. Suddenly I get the urge to feign a very deep sleep. "Did you get a look at who did it?" "I did. A good look," she answers, and again her eyes meet mine. "But it wasn't the Duke, of course. I think it was one of the guards. Is she messing with me now? Is this some kind of power play? Just what is her game? But I do think the doctor is right, my lord." She speaks politely to me, and her gaze falls once more in the appropriate posture of a servant. "Bad things can happen if people are careless with their drink, and it really isn't good for your injury." "Well," I flash a smile at her, half irritated, half charmed, "if that's what the doctor orders." "It is. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's been a long day, and I've still got patients waiting in the clinic. Good night, my lord. And to you, Amory." He nods at her, and once again his eyes linger, and ignite a feeling of possessiveness deep within me. Very strange, I think, glad to see him go. I've been with many women, and usually they are jealous of me, but there has never been one I wanted in particular, so badly that I became annoyed when another man took notice of her. There really is something special about you, I muse when we're alone. At this point, it has to be fate throwing us together like this. I suppose it is, she says, taking stock of the medicine Redwood left for me. Fate, or something like it. If we were characters in a romance story, it would probably start a little like this. I sink lazily into my mountain of pillows, rather enjoying the way she looks, moving about my room. Is this the start of our love story, then? I don't think so. You never know. I give her a calculatedly charming smile, and I feel a small thrill when I see the blush enter her cheeks. So she's not made of stone after all. You are exactly the type to play a male lead in a love story, my lord. But I should make a very poor heroine indeed. That room. She begins another subject before I can address the first. Is there a kettle inside? I believe so. And cups and spoons. I think you'll find everything you need. Then I'll go and prepare this pain medication. Have you iced your ankle yet, my lord? I tried, but it fell off. Perhaps you can hold it on for me. All right. I'll sit with you after you take your medicine. Is there anything else you need, my lord? Are you hungry at all? Not a bit, I answer, feeling oddly full just from looking at her. I don't even want a drink, and that's got to be a first in months. But do stop with the titles. I'd much prefer it if you called me Felix. She stops a bit and seems to work the word over in her mouth. Then she shudders and hurries off to the other room, ears blazing. How fascinating. She really seems determined to resist me. What did she say earlier? That it would be a hassle getting involved with me? It wouldn't have to be a hassle. I could make it all very easy for her. Miss Amory Lee, is it? I look forward to getting to know you over the next couple of days. To one who lives there, she once was a true lover.